Alright, it's been a couple days since I did that behind the scenes tour at the Land Pavilion at Epcot. And here's these Mickey's Mini Gardens that they sell there that you could buy. They're $14 a piece. I had the annual pass discount, so I got it cheaper. And it cost me $22 for both. So $11. They have several kinds. They showed the lab where they make them. I just grabbed like the first two. I thought as long as they're different, why not? But I know they had more kinds than this. Here's a tiger lily, and that is a coxcomb. Now I have pulled out the directions to look it over, so I have an idea what to do. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to show them, show the directions, and show the process and how to set up your own little garden. The thing, this was created and first grown at the Land Pavilion at Epcot, which I think is pretty cool. It's like you bring a little part of Epcot Disney with you. Alright, let me open this up. Open one of these up. Show you. I gotta be careful because this is in a glass thing. I do this outside in a nice sun. First, before I pull that out, now that there, this says there it's a sterile environment. Don't open lid until ready to plant. I don't know how long they could survive in this state. I mean, it's been a couple days. They still look nice and fresh. I'm assuming they could survive in there for a little while at least, because you know, people's visiting Disney, they might pick it up in the beginning of their vacation and hold on to it for several days before they get home. But I don't know exactly. Okay. Here's the little catalog. Or not catalog, little directions. I read to you how your tiny plant came to be. Okay, this tells you how it is in the directions on the other side. Using a microscope, the scientists removed a tiny portion of the plant. The plant piece was placed in a container filled with nutrient medium, a complex salt, sugar, vitamin, and hormone mix, and grown until several shoots appeared. The shoots were divided and placed on fresh medium where they continue to multiply. The process was repeated again and again. Thus, one tiny plant piece was grown and divided to produce an unlimited number of identical offspring. These shoots were then rooted. After you bring your tissue culture home, keep it in a well-lit area out of direct sunlight. Do not open the lid until you're ready to plant. So, I'm going to have it here on this porch, but it won't be like right here. It's not going to be in direct sunlight. It has to be... Soon I'm going to put probably more far back over there. It won't be in as much sunlight there, but it'll still get light. Hopefully. I've never been very good with plants too much. Well, some of them. I mean, these are doing good, but plants like this, you know. Okay. Number one, this is how to plant it. Remove it carefully from the test tube without damaging the root. Gently wash off all the gel under cooling water. Work quickly so your plant doesn't dry out. Plant it into a sterile potting soil in a small 46-inch pot. Lightly water it. Don't water it again until the soil surface is dry. Keep the humidity high around the plant by light covering it with a plastic bag and sealing it around the pot with a rubber band. Place your plant in a bright indirect light, so behind me would be good. After about 2 weeks, poke tiny holes in the bag to let in fresh air. Gradually let in more air over the next 2 weeks by making the holes larger. Remove the bag once your plant is adjusted to the new environment and has begun to grow. As the plant gets bigger, transfer it into a larger pot. Handle this plant as you would any other transplant. For information specific to your plant and your local growing climate, search online or contact your local extension office. So yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I haven't been the best with these things, but this is really cool, I think. It means you like being, oh, what do you call a person who's expert in plants? And I just thought of this term the other day. I know people are probably shouting on the screen at the moment. But of course, at the moment, I can't think of it. But you know what it is. So yeah, you're like one of them, or like a mini scientist. This is cool. It's like bringing a little piece of the magic home, a little piece of Epcot, your experience there. Glad that Disney has these. And $11 isn't too bad for this, in my opinion. It's a cool experiment, a cool little thing for kids especially. I may even get more of these in the future just to try it. Try some different kinds. But alright, let's get going. I'll plant it and see, and then who knows, maybe I'll do like an update video showing how it all went. Or maybe I'll just film this over the next couple weeks showing it. I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, this is cool. I like this. Alright, on to the next step. Oh, I didn't show the back, but it has some lettering on there. It says Disney, of course, a plant tissue culture from the land at Epcot. It says here, this test tube contains a living plant that was not grown from seed, but from the regeneration of cells from a parent plant. Each cell contains all the genetic information needed to regenerate or grow an entire plant. This tool of biotechnology is called tissue culture. The science of biotechnology is being used to enhance food quality, agricultural productivity, and environmental protection. Care instructions inside. The only thing is, it's interesting, it doesn't say how long it can survive in this little little thing. Anyways, it's not going to be in here much longer because I'm going to do the plan. Hope. Wish me luck. Okay, I'm in. I got this set up now. I already got some. These are very, very temporary pots, but it doesn't have to be too big right now. Basically, this just gives it time to grow. I already pulled the one jar out. Here, this is what it looks like. Nice glass little jar. See, there's still liquid in there and everything, so it probably has everything it needs to be healthy in there for now. But for how long, I'm not sure, because nothing actually says how long it could stay in there. So I know it said that when you pull it out, and let me make sure, to rinse off the roots that has to get all the gel off. Let me just make sure. Remove it carefully from the test tube without damaging the roots. Gently wash off all the gel under cooling running water. So I'm here at the sink in the kitchen. And work quickly so your plant doesn't dry out. Now this is potting soil for flowers, vegetables, so this should be okay. So this isn't just ordinary stuff. Alright, we're going to start with the tiger lily, since it happens to be the first one I pulled out. I have the C. Looks like it has some sort of tape around it. Hey, there. I have to bring in my assistant. Hold this. Just hold the camera on that. Just hold it right there. Okay, I'm going to take this off. It has some sort of tape. Very soft tape. Pretty cool. It's like I'm unwrapping like a little baby. And a cool little jar too. I like it. Okay, put that off to the side. So it's sterile at the moment. Once you take it off, it won't be. Okay. Okay, there it is. So I'm going to pull it out. Now you do this. Be very gentle. Come on. There it goes. There. So I got it. Got the plant. There's the root. So there's, he says, some of the gooey stuff on it, so we gotta rinse that off. Wait a minute. Very gently, because it's gonna be very fragile. I don't know, I worry about, oh, there it comes. Gotta handle this like, see, there's a little bit there. Like a little baby. I don't know if I want to put... I'm a little worried because there's some here in the bottom, but I don't want to pull on it too hard because that root can come right off. I think I have most of it. Yeah, okay. I'm going to leave that running. I don't think it matters which pot. Let's do the bigger one since it's right here, closer. So here it is. So you got to plant this. Now I'll put some water in there. Being very careful. Can I handle it like a... Okay. And of course I'll give it some water in a minute. Now let's, step 2. The coxcomb. Just let me just leave it. Just rinse my hands off. Okay. Turn that off. And now, let me show it to you. Just put this off to the side. Got a little pot for the coxcomb. Now, open this up. And just like I showed you before, comes out like that. Okay. Now we gotta peel this off. Again, it's a sterile environment, and you might be, well, there. That's what it's called. I'm not going to bother saying the scientific name, because I will butcher it. Take this off. It isn't really, it's not quite actually normal tape. This is more like, I don't know what you would call it. Just gotta get it. This one's, watch, this one's not going to come off as easily, but that's okay when you're having delicate cargo. There you go. Let's basically just rip it off. There we go. Okay. Again, top comes off. Okay, now we gotta pull it out gently. This is the part I'm a little nervous about because, okay, good. It's coming off. Whoops. There we go. Now, and you can see a little bit of that goo, so let's turn that on slightly. Gently run it under water, and that kind of came off a lot easier. Okay, I think that's all off. Okay. Now, like before, you can turn that off if you want the water. Here we go. We're going to put a little hole. Slide it down. I'll not do it too deep. It's kind of hard because this plant, it feels so delicate. There, I think that's okay. So now, we're going to bring it outside in the porch. And I'll give it a little bit of water. Then we're going to wrap it up with the bag. I don't have any rubber bands, or I don't know where they are. So when I put the bag in the bag, I'm just going to use some tape or something to seal it around. And then we'll continue with the directions, like I said. Alright. On to the next step. Okay, before I cover them with a bag, I'm going to give them a little bit of water. You got to, being so careful. I think that's okay. You don't want to overwater these. I'm being very gentle, training like a little baby. I really want this to survive. There. Okay. Alright, this is what I'm going to do. I'm putting the bag, so because you need to keep an eye on the soil so when it dries out, then you give it more water. So I'm going to put it in the bag, and then I'm going to tie it on top and then fold it slightly so it'll keep the moisture in more. Instead of going the other way, covering the top with it, I think that will work pretty good. So I'm going to do this for both, I hope. If not, I'm going to get a couple more of these and try again, but I do really want to get these to be successful because I'm actually quite excited about this. So I'm going to seal these up and see how it goes. What I think I'm going to do is I'll upload this, and then in a couple weeks or so time, I'll eventually film a follow-up video letting you know how it went. But yeah, this is pretty cool, bringing a little bit of the Disney magic home with you. Alright, that's it. I'm going to seal these up and put them over, probably someplace over there, because they'll get sunlight with the other plants, but it won't be too much direct sunlight. I think there's enough shade where they don't have to worry about that as much. I think that's how it'll go. I just have to make sure I keep an eye on those. Just like you see, I have a lot of plants. Alright. Any comments, questions, let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye, everybody. Bye. This is cool.